Oops. World of YouTube. Back. Part 2. Second time. And we're back at the Hoosac Tunnel. And due for the fact that when I caught the last time, I came a little further in. Yes, you will hear still some water. But I'm facing more this way towards no water. I brought back my camera. Hopefully it's not too wet. Let me turn on some. Turning on the equipment. I think I got a freaking 2 different things here. 3 different microphone things. So before I've been putting it straight all the way up, I'm going to try it in the middle. I've gotten that second light connected. That's going on today. Also putting these on right now. I'm surprised this one still works. I bought that one friggin' like 5 years ago and left it up in the attic. Bear with me. Both red lights on. Gotta get this camera rolling. Now I did go back into looking into the history of the tunnel again. Mind you, I did not find my original article. What the hell? That ain't coming in bright. Bear with me. Kidding. Oh, what? That was just dim, and now it illuminated bright. Trying to figure out what the hell. I got a little illumination in here with this camera, but bringing that second light kind of helps a little better. But just a second ago, it was dim. So I don't know what the hell. Already weird stuff going on, folks. Now I was, like I said, I was looking up again on this. And I got a name. And it was so long when I read this, and I thought I did a video on it, but I can't find it now. And I must have mentioned it in another video, so that's probably what's screwing me up. But this new article I found was literally got a name, and his name is, oh, here we go, Ringo Kelly. And that was a man. Now the story is when the pit, or the other end of the tunnel, I believe, and maybe it was the other end of the tunnel, was finishing up, getting exploded open. He ran out and ran behind a bunker, safety thing like they used to do in the World War I and II. You hide behind your bunkers, or it's like sandbags, say so, piled up so you wouldn't get hit with debris. And he ran out, 2 guys didn't run out, so that means he might have not have warned them. And they got killed in the blast. Now the story is, and I couldn't remember what it was in my last video, but the story is that he was found dead, strangled. And I thought it had to do something with the tunnel or something. Maybe like, building it or something, but it wasn't. The one theory is that, and of course it was undetermined of how he got murdered and strangled. But the ghost of the men that he let perish in this tunnel was said to have strangled him dead. Now, mind you, I am back here again, a rainy night. And yeah, you can hear damn water falling. I mean, when I first came in here, I got to this spot. I might just move up a little more. I'm gonna leave my umbrella there. And, because I'm getting close to this, box that I was looking at before. Get away from the rain. Just gotta make sure that the camera don't... Yeah, it's gonna show it. Maybe I should put that in focus. Just in case something passes by again. And I will have that for visual. That something passed in front of the camera. And that's what I'm looking for, folks. The same dark shadow that came forth in my last video. And as you can see, yeah, I'm gonna leave that pointing right to that box, so hopefully when something passes by, and this is what it looks like if I go in front of the camera. It lights up that dark shadow. In my other videos, you have to watch it again, you'll see. There's no way I could have done that. So with that being said, whatever was in here made himself known. And I'm just gonna, here we go, starting to feel some vibes and hear some things. Mind you, I do not hear that talking like last time, but I'm sure when I get going here and start talking, it's all gonna start babbling on again. So with that being said, I'm gonna kick this on. Man, whoever I'm gonna be talking to. I'm gonna step away. I gotta shut up. I just gotta shut up. I gotta hurry up and do this because I thought I just heard someone. Oh yeah. But I'm focusing this way, pointing that way, like we were the last time. As you can see, the box, electrical box is there now. I made sure I came in a little bit further. This is where I was when my first day video here, when I had the two goon balls down there yelling in the tunnel. But let's get this going, and I'm going to start calling out for Mr. Ringo Kelly. Okay, spirit world. I am looking for Mr. Ringo Kelly. I read the story of what you had done to two men. I would really like to know if you were murdered due to vengeance or due to accidental death, although it couldn't have been accidental. You were strangled. But Ringo Kelly, I would like you to come forth to my light. And you can tell me who murdered you by speaking into the light. So Ringo Kelly, if you can hear me now, come forth into the light and give a name of who murdered you in this tunnel. I will be here for a while for you to come forth, but I won't be here too long. This is your chance to give your story of who murdered you in this tunnel. So for the first time, speak now or forever hold your peace. to mention here, I went and turned on my other phone. You can see here my other phone. And mind you, since I went home with this phone, believe it or not, my flash on the light, the flashlight light had been blinking, literally blinking. I have recently turned this on about 4 minutes ago and literally just noticed that the light had stopped blinking. And like I said, believe it or not, that started blinking when I left this tunnel that night, and it didn't stop up until 4 minutes ago. And it was just blinking when I turned it on, mind you, and I should have showed that, but I didn't think the friggin' light was gonna do that. You son of a bitch. So Ringo Kelly, or anybody in this tunnel, would like to know if you came by my camera and manifest. Was that you, Ringo, that came to my camera before? If not, whoever it was, I would like a name, any name, to come forth from this tunnel. I am here to tell your tales, prove you exist after death, even though you've already proven yourself. I would really like a name. Two lights I have shining bright. If anybody wants to give a name now, these lights won't be on for long. You must speak now, or you will forever hold yourself within these dark tunnels. Mind you, one thing I did learn also, folks, and yeah, it's kind of hard to believe, but there was 2 railroad tracks, sets of tracks that ran through this tunnel, and they literally tore the other one up. And by looking at this tunnel, they must have been real close to the walls, boy. Huh. But tunnel must be throwing off some cold breeze, unless that's a spirit. Breath is blowing out of my mouth tonight, folks, so if you see it, that is just moi. Hopefully I can, hold these phones long enough so my hands don't go numb. But one more time, any spirits want to come to the light? Ringo Kelly, it's time to speak of your murderer's name. Tell me who murdered you, strangled you to death. would like to also mention one more thing in this tunnel. Right over this mountain, the Mohawks and Mohicans, Native American tribes that lived throughout the Mohawk Trail, used to travel over this mountain. And I believe it was the Mohawks that used to go into battle with the Mohicans over this mountain. So with that being said, you can just imagine how much lives through Native American wars was taken over this mountain. But once again, folks, we're talking about Native American land, and that's the thing I could not find of Hoosac, where I read that Hoosac was Forbidden Mountain, or something about this Forbidden Mountain out here. And that explains why, with the Mohawks not wanting no one on their sacred land. Ringo Kelly. Would like you to come in my light. You're running short of time. It's your time to talk and speak from beyond the grave. To speak of who murdered you in this tunnel. I want a name. One thing I'd like to mention, and I did put it in my other video late, and I did do a video on it, but once again, I was here the day before the 13-man disaster happened, as the central shaft was blown up and guys got trapped on the 17th of October. Mind you, when I came here on the 16th, and I will be coming back here on the 17th next year, but I did hear a lot of muffled talking, and I can tell you right now, I don't hear that right now. It is very calm in this cave tunnel. I don't know, man. Just feels very calm. Maybe because it's, after the tragedy, but I tell you, man, I just feel calm in this tunnel. Very calm. But I do get vibes of something here. I had to shut my other phone off because my other hand was going numb, and I gotta, rest the hand, switch the hands. It sucks. I gotta look into buying not a stand selfie stick, but a handle one where I can just hold the handle. But other than that, I'm gonna have to wait to see what I caught this time. But like I say, I don't hear the commotion. That day, man, when that explosion happened, I'm sure everybody was, oh man, one can imagine what everybody was going through. And racing, trying to get down there to save the men. And they did say that they tried to build a raft to stay afloat. But I'm for damn sure, the lack of oxygen in this tunnel is what got them. And they all suffocated to death, so sucks. But, yep, I'm at my half-hour mark. And I am going to try and one more time to communicate. Wait about, my 5-minute mark or 10 minutes. And then I'm out of here. Well, I'll walk out with the phone still on, but yeah, I want to see if I can get that guy down here. Ooh. Oh, that was a lot of bang. Of course, when I go to leave, try that one more time. Actually, I'm not holding my phone up over my head. My hand goes freaking numb, so I'm putting it down below my waist so everybody gets an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm dropping the phone this time. And here we go. Ringo Kelly, this is your last chance to come forth into the light. I'm sure everybody would like to know who murdered you in this Hoosac Tunnel. I am here to get a name of your murderer. So come forth into the light. I'll only be here about 5-10 minutes. And if you do not provide that name, once again you'll be stuck deep in these dark
tunnel without knowing your tragedy. So Ringo Kelly, it's your last chance to come forth. Speak your murderer's name, or forever hold your peace.
Met my half-hour mark.
Said Ringo Kelly, I am now leaving. If you want to follow my light and speak into it while I walk out of this tunnel, I advise you to. Other than that, you are stuck here in this dark tunnel with the dark secret of whoever killed you.
So I'm going to grab my camera. Always hit the half-hour mark. Actually, I'm going to turn this sucker around and face it backwards. I got an umbrella up here I got to get a hold of. sorry, folks. That is it. I will try to come out here. I'm going to have to shut that off with the umbrella. Use that one. But yeah, folks, that's it. Ah, shoot. Bear with me. You know, you rat. One of my lights went dead, people. You dirty rat. Well, it finally went dead. No light, I said. I'm surprised it still works. Finally had enough. I gotta get... Sorry about all the movement here. Get the friggin' umbrella over my camera because it was raining out. Of course, you can hear these dumb, stupid leaks in the tunnel. Alrighty. I am surprised that animals do not walk through this tunnel. Kind of messed up if I caught myself a skunk. Or hell, maybe even a Sasquatch. Wild animals. Yes, sirree. It is calm tonight in this tunnel, though. I did have a lot more activity that I heard with my own ears when I came here on the 16th. But whatever. I still love coming back to this place, man. When I drive out here, you know, just walking up to this place, boy, I tell you, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm at home. Just feels good. I mean, this is something, man, I could frickin' spend the whole day walking through if I could. Just to walk through the dark, you know. Love my dark spaces. You know, one thing I did endure in life as a child, because I was always left alone. And I had to get used to the dark, and that's exactly what happened. And then it was, I went on from, you know, being scared and sometimes crying myself to sleep because it was so, you know, dark and scary from just sitting there looking out my window and enjoying the view, the blackness. But things you do when you're a child, or things you get bumped into as a child, can't help that. Of course, it does suck in this tunnel. The damn thing leaks. I don't know how you got all this land on top of this tunnel and it friggin' leaks. Must be like holes up there that you might could fall into, you know, after all the explosions and stuff. But, oh, folks, I just like this place. So I'm going to come back here on the day, 2022. Even though I caught my great footage of the Black Mass. But I want more. That's right, I want more. Here comes the rain. Look And now out of the tunnel. Raining again tonight. But it is good that I do this. Or I did this, I mean, because, right, I did not hear the things I heard that night. And you can hear it on this other video on my 4K camera, how active this tunnel was. Tonight, not really much. So you know there was something there. And, yeah, how friggin', oh man, I had the vibes all through that night. Like I said, I didn't move my head back and forth as much as I did that night. Tonight. So that only proves one thing. That whatever I was that night, oh yeah, I caught it. So we'll see what I caught this night. Can't wait to check out the footage. Whoa. This phone I'm using is not active. It don't have a carrier plan on it. And it just buzzed. My other phone that I have is the one that's active with my phone number, and there is no Wi-Fi out here, and that's what I use on this phone, and it just buzzed. And I'm sure you could hear it while I'm recording, so whatever that was, but I did hear some talking though, like coming from the beginning of the tunnel. But we'll figure that one out too, if I caught it. It wasn't as active like I said, but there was something here. But till that next video, folks, be safe, take care, make sure you check that other footage of the black mass. I'm doing another video on that, and I'm freeze framing it. I'm gonna have that up in it, and I can actually make it move in slow motion, so everybody can check that out. Until the next video, be safe, take care, and like I always say, believe. Out.